Hey, what is up, YouTube? Chidori here, back with another video. So in today's video, we're going to be going over an Ultra League Premier Classic team that I've been using. So these battles were taking place on my girlfriend's account. I have been trying to push for Legend on each season now. So I've been hitting Legend season 7, 8, 9 on this account, on the mini account. That's why I call it the mini account. So I've been playing Ultra League Premier Classic using this team here. This is a really good team. I highly recommend you guys give it a shot if you guys have the mons for it. This is pretty meta-ish. So I'm going to be running Shadow Machamp in the lead. I've been seeing a lot of Warrens in the lead ever since Warren Community Day came out. Shadow Machamp, you probably should be running Rock Slide, but I haven't had the heart to TM it yet. I've been wanting to find a new one during this TM frustration event. I might actually just build a second one for payback since it's a community day move, and then one for rock slide. But the IVs here are pretty decent. I believe there's a rank 83 for Ultra League. And then I have the rank 1 Warren I made, 01515, running Powder Snow, Icicle Sphere, and Earthquake. If you guys do have Warren Community Day, I highly recommend you use it. It's one of the best Pokemon in Ultra League Premier Classic right now. And also to pair that up with, I'm going to be running Trevenant. Trevenant was really dominant in Ultra League Premier Classic the last time it was around. These are going to be running Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, and Seed Bomb. Trevenant is not so bad against Warren, I have to say. But the Shadow one, you won't be able to reach to your second Seed Bomb, which is pretty unfortunate. But at least you'll be able to threaten Warren with shields. So without further ado, let's get to some battles, shall we? As you can see, these battles are taking place in the rank 18. I've been using this team for the past 2 days. I find it pretty nice, actually. Before that, I was running Trevenant, Warren, and I believe it was Alola Muck, but I like the consistency of Shadow Machamp on the lead, because it puts a lot of pressure on. So right here, Trevenant lead, not so good. I do switch into my my own Trevenant a little bit too late, but my opponent decides to come in with Warren instead. Could have potentially got a shield if he just threw his energy. So here I'm just gonna do Seed Bombs here. Get to my second one before he gets an Icicle Sphere, which is really nice. It's Icicle Spear. I keep calling it Icicle Sphere for some reason. Alright, so I'm going to let this go. My plan here is to counter this down and surprise him with a payback on his Trevenant. So I'm going to wait out the clock a little bit in case I need to switch out. So in comes my Shadow Machamp. I can easily tank one Shadow, or not one Shadow, one Icicle Spear. If it were a Shadow Warrior, I'd be a little more worried. It does like 30% damage to my Shadow Machamp. So when it comes Trevenant, I'm going to throw the payback immediately. I know he has energy. And the payback lands. He probably thought it was Rock Slide or Cross Chop. So it's not too great here. Machamp versus my Warren. The thing is, I have 2 shields. He has 1. I need to do a lot of energy sneak-ins and get off 3 Icicle Spheres, I believe, to KO this thing. So I get an extra Powder Snow through, which is nice. I'm just going to shield because whatever he throws is going to... These Cross Chops are going to be doing super effective damage anyway, so... Warren is such a tank. Even though he is taking super effective counter damage, he is such a beast. For some reason, my opponent doesn't shield. I think he realizes it's over, so I'm just going to commit to the fast move farm down here, and that's GG's. Alright, let's get here into the next game here. So my Shadow Machamp into a Charizard. Not looking too great, but Charizard is relatively squishy. So I'm going to stay in this matchup because my backline is pretty weak to Charizard. Definitely definitely gonna go for a Dragon Claw on their end. They normally like to use Dragon Claw to kind of bait and make me use shields. I'm gonna go for a Cross Chop here. Cross Chop will still do quite a lot of damage to a regular Charizard. I do get a shield, which is really nice. And for some reason, I think I could have went to a back, which was my mistake. I probably should have built up to the Rock Slide and fake it. Now in comes my Warren. Warren's gonna have to soak up the Blast Burn here, which is unfortunate. Does about 45% damage on Warren. So I'm gonna throw Icicle Sphere here. Icicle Sphere will do. We'll probably take out the Charizard, I believe, from here. Okay. His lives by 1 HP. That's a dream scenario, and then he's able to get off this charge move here, which is just gonna be a Dragon Claw. In comes his Venusaur. It's not too bad, actually. I'm gonna throw a Icicle Spear here and then dip into my Trevenant. Trevenant is gonna be really good against Venusaur. He's not switching out, so that means he's weak to Trevenant in the back as well, right? So he is running a starter team. Hint, hint. I'm gonna farm up quite a lot of energy here. Okay, so it's a Swampert. Swampert is pretty tough to run nowadays, I would have to say, in Ultra League Premier Classic, just because of all the Trevenants and Warrens around. It just gives it such hard play. Don't get me wrong, Swampert's still really good. I really love Swampert. It's really hard to align it with the right Pokemon. Same with Lapras. Lapras has not... I don't want to say it's like not as good now, but it just seems Warren is so much thicker and so much more dominant with the spamminess. And I'm just gonna throw a Shadow Ball here at the Venusaur. It should be GG's. How are you guys doing in Ultra League Premier Classic? I'm having quite a lot of fun. There's so much different teams going around. Especially with the Warren community, it really changes the meta quite a lot, because a lot of people are trying to bring in Warren counters, as you can see. Either they're bringing in fire types now. Fire types are living up the hype now. There's a lot of Charizards coming around, Typhlosions. There's even a bunch of fighters coming around now too. I've seen teams like triple fighters before on my main account, actually. And yeah, I mean Warren is a big deal. I don't blame you guys for having triple Warren counters. As you can see, there's a Warren in the lead. He tries to catch my Cross Chop on his Charmer here. Fortunately, he did not. He didn't. I didn't throw my Cross Chop. I was patient enough to save my energy. And Warren against Charmers is not so bad, actually, because Warren is so thick. He's super bulky. These Charms are gonna do good damage, but Warren's so spammy. It threatens the Sylveon here. I'm gonna show it up because I want to win this matchup. This is a pretty good matchup for me, and my Shadow Machamp has a lot of good play against this Warren. I'm gonna throw my Icicle Spear here. Unfortunately, a Charm sneaks through, but you know, Warren can tank those Charms, right? No problem. So I'm gonna be able to get to my next Icicle Spear here, because this is the rank 1 Warren, guys. This is the rank 1 bulky Warren. He's gonna be able to tank this just fine. Boom. And that's less farm for the opposing Warren coming out. The opposing Warren's gonna get like 2 or 3 Powder Snows in, which is not too bad actually, but not ideal for a Shadow Machamp. That's the problem with being too thick. You get more, your opponent gets more farm on you. So I'm gonna immediately throw a Shadow Cross Chop here. Shadow Cross Chop would do an insane amount of damage to a Shadow Warren. And he's gonna be able to get off a Icicle Spear here. I'm gonna shield this up. Or no, actually, I'm not gonna shield it up. I'm gonna tank it. I'm gonna save that shield for Revenant. Okay. Yeah, easy. Revenant handles Escav, no problem. Just gotta chuck my Shadow Ball here. Shadow Ball would do a good amount of damage to Escav. Boom. Massive damage. I'm just gonna shield this just to be safe. Mega Horn will do quite a lot of damage to Trevenant still, but he's throwing Drill Run. And then I'm just gonna claw down the Warrior here. So GG's to my opponent. So far it's a 3-0. Venusaur lead, very bad. So I'm gonna safe switch into Trevenant. Trevenant is a pretty good safe swap as long as you don't really get walled by, I guess, a normal flyer type. But you don't really see them in Ultra League Premier Classic. So unfortunately, we're gonna be met with a Charizard here. Charizard is gonna do quite a lot of damage with Fire Spins. I'm gonna throw a Shadow Ball. At least I get a shield out of this matchup, so it's not all that bad. But if I had baited and then went for a Shadow Ball, I would have probably got both shields. But it's just so risky. So I'm still happy with taking one shield. Like I said earlier, Shadow Machamp still will do a lot of damage to a Charizard, despite the flying type. Charizard is relatively on the squishier side. These shadow counters are gonna add up. I'm gonna no shield this. Most people like to bait on the shadow champs. I don't think I click cross chop here, so I think I'm gonna. Oh, I'm not going to shield. Okay. Yeah, I think I didn't think Machamp has a lot of play here, so I was just gonna let it go anyway and come in Warrior with 2 shields. And that was my win con. Okay, he shields that. For some reason, he wanted to protect his Charizard. So this is pretty good for me. Because with 2 shields versus 0 shields, Warren can really dominate Venusaur here. It's going to be pretty easy picking, to be honest. I'm going to throw my Icicle Spear here. Icicle Spear would do quite a lot of damage to Venusaur's grass typing. I'm just going to throw it right away before he gets to another charge move. I don't really want to spend another shield. I'd rather save the shield for the last Pokemon in the back. I'll take out the Venusaur. Let's see what's in the back. Oh, and it's a Swampert. Okay. Warren can hang with Swampert as long as we call it Earthquake, right? So here I was thinking, okay, if it is Earthquake, it is Earthquake. I'll survive anyway, but he baits a Hydro Cannon here. I'm gonna throw Icicle Spear here. Icicle Spear would do, I want to say, like 35% damage to a Swampert. And he does catch on his Charizard. Very well played on his end. I do undercharge it. I want to get farm on this, and then he realizes that I didn't fully commit to the charge move, so I'm able to farm it up and have tons of energy for his Swampert in the back. So GG's to my opponent. We do get a nice 4-0 so far. Let's see if we get a 5-0 in this set. Oops. Okay. A little bit. Okay. Like I said, this is a pretty fun team. Pretty meta, but you know, I've always loved using Shadow Machamp. Hopefully you guys have a good one built. Oh, the dream scenario where you see Obstagoon in the lead. For some reason, my opponent is staying in. This is such a dominant matchup for Shadow Machamp. Shadow Machamp can just run through an Obstagoon, doing double super effective due to the dark and normal typing. So I'm just gonna accept whatever he throws. Even if it's a cross chop, it won't do that much. But he's fishing for a boost. Boost failed, so no Boostagon. And then in comes a Venusaur. For some reason, I stay in and try to get to my payback. Probably should have banked that energy and switched out because we have 2 counters to Venusaur. It doesn't make sense for me to stay in. But now that I come in, I just realized that it was Razor Leaf, not Vine Whip. That's probably why I stayed in. And I was thinking, okay, I can take a couple of Vine Whips, but you know, he's not running Vine Whips. So in comes the Typhlosion. I'm gonna just chuck a Shadow Ball here and then go into my Walrein. Hopefully I get the shield here because that's what I need. I need a 2 shield Walrein to farm up to the Earthquake to KO this thing. I'm gonna immediately switch in. And thank goodness I am running Powder Snow. I guess if I'm running Waterfall, it'll be pretty decent too. But you know, we get to the Earthquake pretty quick with Powder Snow. I'm gonna shield, of course. There's no reason to 2 shield flex. You can't stack Blast Burn and Solar Beam together, but I'm gonna shield just to be safe. You know, you need to respect your opponents. You don't need to flex 2 shields all the time. The real loser is gonna be the one who never showed the shield and gets burned anyway. So might as well just use the shield, play it safe, you know. So yeah, we win that one by going straight Earthquake using 2 shields. Get a nice 5-0 here. No, these battles may not mean so much, but you know, I want to showcase a team for Ultra League Premier Classic. This is a fun team. It should work in the higher elos too. It's pretty meta, I would have to say. The level of players have really increased, honestly, throughout Go Battle League in these past seasons. People think, okay, you're battling rank 18 people. Honestly, these people are still running meta. The gameplay, the play style of these people are still really good. A lot of people are running mini accounts as well, like myself, trying to hit legend. So you're gonna face that same level of difficultiness in these tier levels as well. I want to say, it's not easy picking. Like I have a 72% win rate still. Still playing pretty mediocre, I would have to say. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this team. Give it a shot. You guys like this video, you guys know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe, and ding the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video, trainers. Goodbye.